Welcome back to Rational Funk. Today we want to talk about someone that the mastery, the heart, the technique, the spiritual connection to the music, the overall astonishing musical qualities, the power, the depth, literally the impossible gravity and expressive beauty that this person put in the percussion and just puts in the percussion galaxy, just pumping impossible mastery and love into the percussive universe. This person we should talk about endlessly, some bad but I'm talking about, of course, it's obvious who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Diego Alvarez, the great cajon master. The cajon is an instrument that I can't pretend I can hang. I've got a cajon down here. I'm not going to pretend that I can hang on the cajon on any level. Why don't I hear any free improvised music where somebody is facing down the cajon and kind of dealing with it on a whole other set of coordinates and touches and tones and extended techniques? You don't hear about that. You don't hear about, but you ever checked out that cat from Chicago who plays free improvised rubato music with Ken Vandermark duo, and he's is the cat that crushes avant-garde cajon. There's no evidence of any formalism in his cajon playing, yet it's killing because it's driven by aesthetic and the exacting nature, also extended techniques and using the cajon in different ways. You don't hear about that. I want to be that cat. That's basically what I'm trying to say. There's room, right, Joe? There's room when you have an idea. Remember this, when you have an idea that appears to be maybe stupid to many people, but to you, it could be revelatory. You could actually say to yourself, yeah, but what if I inhabit that space with everything I've got? Intent is so powerful. Human intent is so powerful that it's but what if it's the touch of a master? What if it's this super reduced minimalist thing where you're whoa, that really works? I've been working on cajon stuff. I've got some alternate ideas, let's say, with the cajon. I'm sitting on it. It's my drum stool. I've been using a cajon as a drum stool for the last 6 months or so, just to kind of is he on a drum stool? Whoa, he's not on a drum stool. Dave's got a cajon. And I didn't know Dave played cajon. F***ing A, I don't play cajon. The way you have a prototype in your brain for how the cajon should sound. That's, again, how we limit ourselves as human beings. We get in these neurological pathways dug in, and we go to ourselves, that's the cajon, and that's how I want it to sound. And when I approach this music, whatever genre it is, it should sound like this. I'm into this, and so it should sound like this. And then that kills every new artist and every genre. No species evolves together. So someone has to stick their neck out and go, yeah, well, what if it's this way? And then sometimes people go, that's pretty sick. Let's all copy that for a while. You know what I mean? Philip Glass shows up and he's just da 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 da, and then all of a sudden 20 years later, every single fucking documentary, it doesn't even matter if it's a documentary about somebody that rents motorboats in northern Minnesota. It's an ad for tourism where somebody has a bait shop and he has 6 motorboats that he painted like the faces of the fish that are in the lake on with like the most crude kind of like he has, you know, it's like a tourism thing. Isn't that cute? His children have painted the faces of perch and bluegills all over his boats, and like it's just a northern Minnesota. Come visit northern Minnesota. Da 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 da. All of a sudden, it's just like this hideous Philip Glass ripoff. That's right. I'm talking to you, motherfuckers out there in the podcast and documentary world. It's time to move on from the Philip Glass ripoff. Okay, incredible score for Errol Morris, Thin Blue Line. Holy shit, did that spawn a bunch of like fake minimalism and nightmarish ripping the fuck off of that in a way that's just like, oh my god, if I gotta hear one more fucking tantric major third going back and forth for 55 fucking minutes while somebody tells me about some true crime situation in southern Florida where some guy who, like knew James Elroy's mom and like he turned up dead too. Imagine some rubato. Saxophone shit. 3 people there getting fucking annihilated by your improvisations. And if there were any more people there, you'd be fucking selling out. You're not selling out. Kind of a Tom Waits thing.
Roll up to business. They're gonna write a check. Don't use a debit card, write a check. Cause a check is still good, it's still money. Checks are money. Checks.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. Just wanted to say we're having so much fun doing the show, and I'm wearing my Elvin Jones shirt. My Elvin shirt. Elvin Jones was my great hero. We're having some fun. We started the episode with the Elvin shirt, and then and also Diego Alvarez is incredible if you haven't checked him out. But having some fun. But wanted to say, like, every time I sit down and play the drums, I'm like, gosh, if I could just be the lint in Elvin Jones' toenail, I might be able to feel okay at the end of my life. Thank you, Elvin Jones, for the amazing music. I have my autograph that Elvin gave me when I was a kid, and I brought it just because every now and again when you're looking for something real to connect to, I just look at my Elvin Jones autograph and I go, I got to meet Elvin Jones in this lifetime, and that's how you get the gig.